Welcome back to Simright Fashion Academy YouTube channel for another interesting tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to sew this beautiful BUBU kaftan with sequin placket, as you can see right here on the thumbnail, and here I made a rounded neck for it. So you can create any neck style of your choice. So I actually use sequin for this dress, as you can see. So I'll be teaching you how to pattern this sequin on the front, and we also have a sequin sleeve attached to it, and that is by choice. So if this is what you want to learn in this class, I will encourage you to stay till the end of this tutorial to learn more. Thank you. What we are going to do here is to mark out the pattern design on the chest. So first you will draw your border line. After that, you fold your paper into two equal parts like this. So make sure you get the crease line. So once you have gotten your crease line, the next we are going to take is the measurement of our bust point. So from here, I'm taking my bust point measurement. So the bust point I'm using here is 11.5 and the waistline is 17. So from here my bust point is 11.5 and the waistline is 17. So I'm going to use the whole of this paper. So that is going to serve as the length of the placket. So here I have 2 inches or 2.5 inches after my waistline. So I'll just go ahead and indicate this line. This is my bust point at 11, my waistline at 17, and this is the full length of this placket. So after that, next is to take the measurement of the neck width. So from here, I'm using the neck width. I'm working with neck width of 4 inches, and I'm going to add 2 inches to it. That will be the width of my placket. So neck depth is 4 inches too, as you can see. So I'm going to create a square, then finally use the square as a guide for my neckline. So I'm using 4 by 4 neckline. So you can make yours wider, you can also make it smaller. So I'll just go ahead and place my pattern ruler like this. I'll place my pattern ruler like this, and then I'm going to mark out the neckline. So after marking out the neckline, I'll start creating the design we have on the placket. So for the design we have on the placket, I'm going to take the measurement of what I have from here to here. So we are going to, this is 6 inches. I'll come back to the chest line and I'm going to mark 6 inches. Sorry, I'm marking 6 inches on the bust point line. So on the bust point line, I'll just come up by 2 inches. So come up by 2 inches, and that is where I'm going to stop the line. So I'll start from that 2 inches and draw a line. And from that 2 inches, I'm going to come out by 3 inches. So I'll come out by 3 inches this way and draw my line as well. So after that, I'm going to open up the paper like this. So whatever you have on this side as neckline, I have 4 by 4. So I'm going to complete the neckline 4 by 4. And I'm going to also create another square, so I'll be able to have my neckline accurately. So here from the center line is 4 inches. So I'm going to mark 4 inches. So here is it. I'll mark it this way, and then I'll mark it like this. Then come back with my pattern ruler and create the full neckline. So this is the full neckline, as you can see. So now the neckline for the placket is ready. So we are going to also mark, remember we marked 2 inches there. We'll also go out from here at 2 inches. And then we are going to also take the measurement of 11.5 on this side to serve as a guide. 11.5. So I just draw the line of 11.5 as you can see. So from that, remember I came up from here by 2 inches. I'll also come up from here by 2 inches. So I'm going to measure what I have from here is 6 inches. If you remember, from the center, from this is the center line, you have marked 6 inches. Then you draw your line of 6 inches and also stop it at this point. At front here, place your tape and measure what you have to distance. Here I have 9 inches, so I will go to the end of the paper and mark the same 9 inches. So from there, I'm going to connect a straight line like this. So just connect a straight line. So the next thing you are going to do is to freehand from this line, okay? Because my pattern ruler cannot give me exactly what I want at that point. So just go ahead and start placing your curl till you get to the end of the paper. So you can see the design. So that is that. So the next is the neckline. So I'm trying to make some adjustment to my neckline. So I need this to be a little, it's 4 by 4, but I want it just very rounded. So I'm just trying to see if I can freehand one side the way I want the curve. Okay, so that is how I want the curve. So since I've gotten one place, what I'm going to do is to put my paper together. So the neckline we do will be look alike. So just go ahead and cut the neckline to your desired. So I just want it rounded like this. Can you see that? So then I'm going to cut out here. Take this part straight. I'm sorry about that. So once you have done that, and remember this is not supposed to be, it's supposed to be asymmetrical. So just go ahead and open up your paper like this and then follow the curve accordingly. Then you go in here and go out. So this is the shape of what we are going to work with. So I'm going to place this on my sequin. So I'll place it on the sequin like this, and that is what I'm going to cut out, as you can see. So I'll place it like this and cut it out. So you can go ahead and hairstay the back. So I'm going to hairstay the back to stabilize the sequin. So I'm going to place it and cut. So after that, then we'll start working on the main bodies. So you can see what I have right here. So the pattern with the rounded neck is ready. So we are going to set it aside. So the next thing we'll do is to bring the fabric for the body. So this fabric, I'm working with 3.5 yards. So the 3.5 yards, I'm going to place it on fold and on another fold. So here is my 3.5. So from this end to this other end is actually a lace fabric I'm working with. I'll put it together like this, and that is my 3.5 on fold. Okay, so that's my 3.5 on fold. So the length is actually by 60, so that's why I'm placing it on fold like this. So after that, I'm going to place it on another fold like this. So this fold, I'm placing it now. I'm going to have this part, this folded part is going to serve as my center front and center back neckline. So I'll place it together like this, and I'm going to arrange it. So like I said, here is my center front, center back. So I have both front and back, like I said. So the first thing I'm going to take is my measurement. So I'll place my tape from the beginning of this. I'm going to take my necessary measurements. So the measurement I'm going to take here is my hip measurement. So the hip measurement I'm working with here is 29 inches. Hip length is 29. I'm going to add half an inch for seaming allowance. Seam allowance is half. After the hip measurement, the next we are going to take is the full length of the dress. So I'm using 58 inches here. That is what I have as the full length of the dress, at 58 inches. So I'm using the whole length, okay, for the full length. So after that, I'm going to come over to the coming over to the beginning. So we are going to take the neckline. So remember, the shoulder, the neckline width is 4 inches, sorry, that's what we marked on our paper. I'm going to mark 4 by 2 inches for the back, 4 by 2 inches for the back neckline. So the front neckline, we've already carved it out on paper. So I'm going to cut out the neckline for the back, then we'll separate it for the front. So after that, next you are going to place your tape at the center front again like this, and you are going to take the measurement of your shoulder. So the shoulder I'm working with here is 16 inches. So 16 divided by 2 will give us 8 inches. From this 8 inches, I'm going to measure 11 inches like this. That is the sleeve length, because we are going to also attach a sequin to it as well. So that's the design. So after marking that, the full length we have from here is 10 plus 8 plus 11. That will give us 19 inches length. So next, so you come over to the hip. So on the hip, just simply place your tape on the hip line. Measure your hip circumference, divide by 4. So the hip I'm working with is 50. So 50 divided by 4 is 12 and a half. I'll mark my 12 and a half, and I'll add 4 inches to it. So 12 plus 4 inch, 12 and a half plus 4 inches, including our seam allowance, will give us 12 and a half, will give us 16 and a half. So I'll just go over to the hem, and I'm going to also measure on the hem, measure 16 and a half. So here is my 16 and a half. I'm going to mark. So I'll just go ahead and rule a straight line from that hem. Rule a straight line to meet up with 2 inches below the hip line. So here is the hip line. I'm going to measure 2 inches down. That is where we'll start to have our cowl connection. So from this point, just go ahead and connect your cowl. Connect your cowl. You can see how I'm connecting it. So I'm going to connect the cowl. So but when we are connecting the cowl, note that we are going to have here, I'm going to have this is the sleeve. So the cowl will come like this. So you keep connecting it like this. and I'm going to take it all the way. The connection is going to go all the way to this. So I connected it to the point of 18 inches from my shoulder line. So here is the shoulder line I marked. If you remember, I marked my 8 inches shoulder line. So just place your tape from that 8 inches and measure 18 inches. Okay, so that's where we are going to connect. Just to start cutting this dress. So I'm going to cut the abanya part of it first. So the abanya part of it, I'll cut it from this. So once we come here, we are going to place our curve like this. So you can see what we have. So next we'll come over to the neckline. So like we have two neckline here, back and front. So just go ahead and cut back and front like this. So after cutting back and front, you take off the back. So I'm going to take off the inner part of it as the back, and here will be the front. So the front that we have, we are going to place this right on top of it, so we'll be able to trace the neckline out. So I'll just place it like this. I have some excess I'm going to trim off. Okay, so I'm not going to work with this open design, so I'll just place it like this and trace out. So I'm going to trace out the neckline the way I placed it. So once I trace it out, I'll take it off, and then I'm going to cut it out. So I put it together and cut out the part I traced. So I'll cut it out. So you see that the neckline is deeper now for the front. Okay, so you can go ahead and make it a little more deeper as you. So after cutting out, this is what we have as the neckline. So I'm going to bring in this, and I'll go back to the machine to stitch it. So I'm taking off my pins. So just take your time and stitch this. So I'll place it right on top like this. So this is a sequin fabric, so by right we are not supposed to add seam allowance. So if you want, you can go ahead and fold like this and stitch on top of it, but because it does not frill, I might decide to stitch right on top of it, as you can see. So anyone, I'll just go ahead and stitch on it like this. So I can do that now. What I have after I'm done stitching the sequin, so the next I will do is to go to join the neckline for the back. So just place it right side to right side. So I'm going to close up the neckline, and I'm going to leave. Alright, so now I've closed up the dress, as you can see. So I also closed up the side and the cowl area to the hem. So I only left here open. As you can see, here is open, and the measurement of the opening is 7 inches. So I'm going to measure my I'm going to cut out the sequin that will be on the sleeve area right now. So let me cut it out. So I have to place the sleeve on first fold and then place it on another fold. So this folding that I placed right here is going to be at 8 inches fold. So it's 8 inches fold. So your fold here is 8 inches, as you can see. So just move it to 8 inches as width, and the length is going to be at 10 inches. Length will be at 10 inches. So at this 10 inches, you are going to take the measurement of what we have around here. Okay, so here I have, sorry, around here, because that's where, so I have 11. So 11 divided by 2 will give me 5.5 plus 1 inch seam allowance. So at this point, I'm going to measure 6.5, and I'll connect this 6.5 to the 8 inches. So now I'm going to cut. Make sure here is 8 at 8 inches. So I'm going to cut, and I will slant it into this line. So that is how your sleeve is going to be. The length is at 10 inches. Okay, so as you can see, so what I'm going to do now, I have 2 of them. So I'll go over to the machine, and I'm going to stitch from this end to this end. I'll also do the same, stitch from here to here. So I'm going to stitch it at half an inch, and then next is to attach it to the dress. Let me do that. So this is my boat sleeve right now. So like I said, I place it on fold, and I cut out width of 8 inches, length of 10 inches, and I measured what I have on the around the wrist here, and I have 11 inches. So I cut at 6.5. So I'm going to use 1 inch to sew this to half an inch. So now the sleeves are ready. So I'll just go over and sew them. Okay, so the part that is folded will be on top, and the part that is stitched will be below. So I'll just go ahead now, and I'm going to sew. The part that will be on top will be on this side. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and open up this sleeve, turn it to the wrong side, this opening, turn it to the wrong side, and then the part on fold we go over to this part that is stitched. So I'm going to insert it here like this, and I'm going to stitch all around. Let me do that. So here is the sequin. I've attached it right now, as you can see. So you can see where I attached it. So you can go ahead and attach the sequin after cutting out the sleeve. So I believe this class was helpful to you. So if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell to receive videos like this every day. Like this video, share to family and friends, drop a comment on the comment section, and your suggestions as well. Thank you once again. See you in the next class. Bye.